Robert B. Reich, Aftershock, The Next Economy and America's Future. Dive into the world of Aftershock, The Next Economy and America's Future by Robert B. Reich, a comprehensive analysis of the increasing income disparity between the rich and the middle class, and how it perpetuated the 2008 recession. This book summary unravels the complex socioeconomic factors at play, including the rise of a struggling middle class and the erosion of the traditional social safety net. Discover the factors that shaped America's economic landscape, understand the impact of wage stagnation on an expanding economy, and learn about Reich's proposed policy changes to restore balance and ensure a more equitable future for all.
The true cause of the 2008 recession. Excessive consumer borrowing was not the cause of the 2008 recession, rather it was a symptom of a bigger issue, the growing income disparity between the rich and middle class. The top 1% accumulated most of the wealth, leaving the middle class with stagnant wages, causing them to rely on borrowing to maintain their living standards. This income disparity is not a new phenomenon. It started in the late 1970s and was worsened by globalization and technological advancements that cut into U.S. jobs. Instead of securing safety nets like education and unions for the working class, politicians favored deregulation and believed in the free market to redress wage and job loss. This growing income disparity has led to a slow recovery from the 2008 recession and presents a social and political predicament and could lead to upheaval and reactionary politics if not addressed. The middle class and American economy. The U.S. economy requires a prosperous middle class to generate purchases essential to demand goods and services that lead to increased employment. When economic problems arise, the government support should temporarily fund the economy to re-establish jobs and reconstruct demand. Despite conspicuous consumption, wealth does not trickle down sufficiently to keep the U.S. economy running smoothly. This disconnect has resulted in a significant gap between the stagnant middle-class income and the immense growth of the economy since 1980. While the politicians focused on the financial economy by celebrating a booming stock market and bailing out banks, they overlooked the failing middle class and the reduction in consumer demand, leading to adverse effects on the U.S.'s economic security. The rise and fall of the American dream. The American economy experienced a massive boost in the post-war era, thanks to government-funded jobs and worker safety regulations, increased productivity, subsidized mortgages, and improved access to higher education. The middle class enjoyed more of the increase in household incomes, which significantly improved their standard of living. However, by the 1970s, the rise of globalization and automation led to the loss of jobs and wages, and the government began diminishing the safety net. Rather than maintaining its side of the bargain, the government shifted tax cuts to the wealthiest, leading to a decrease in government funding of infrastructure and social services. Companies also began laying off workers and shifting healthcare costs and diminishing pensions to employees. The government deregulated Wall Street while insuring it against major losses. The federal government turned finance, which until then had been the servant of American industry, into its master. All these factors contributed to the decline of the American dream, causing people to lose confidence in the country's prosperity. The middle class struggle. Americans are facing financial hardships, and the middle class is using coping mechanisms such as longer work hours, utilizing savings, and borrowing heavily. However, these mechanisms are no longer effective as child care costs increase, easy credit is scarce, and job opportunities pay less. Postponing retirement and paying off debts have become necessary. The basic bargain at the heart of the American economy is broken, and the struggle continues. Economic tensions threaten American democracy. Economic tensions can threaten the American democracy, leading to political and social unrest. While some people believe that living more simply has its value, others find it hard to lower their standard of living. Research reveals the connection between unemployment rates and suicide rates. If the middle class retrenches while the rich receive extraordinary bonuses, it could lead to a revolt. The unequal distribution of profits and services towards the richer population could lead to anxiety and mistrust. This, in turn, could give rise to populist movements and demagogues who prey on public anxieties for politico-economic gain. To rebalance the American economy, the benefits ought to be shared more widely among the citizens. Tackling income imbalance. This book proposes solutions to address income inequality by reinstating the basic jobs bargain. The author suggests a series of policy changes, including a reverse income tax, a carbon tax, higher marginal tax rates on the wealthy, and a re-employment system. Additionally, the book proposes creating school vouchers based on family income, college loans linked to subsequent earnings, providing Medicare for all, extending public goods, and getting money out of politics. According to the author, these policy changes could lead to a fairer income distribution, higher job access, and a better quality of life for all.
In Aftershock, RobertBReich exposes the root of America's economic woes as the growing income disparity between the rich and the middle class, highlighting the critical importance of addressing this issue to stabilize the economy. Through a detailed examination of the 2008 recession and its aftermath, Reich illustrates the consequences of failing to maintain a strong middle class and the crucial role it plays in driving demand and generating economic growth. This book's summary has also revealed valuable policy recommendations to reduce income inequality and foster prosperity for all citizens. The future of the U.S. economy depends upon our ability to recognize and act upon this fundamental challenge, re-establishing the basic bargain between workers and the fruits of their labor, and ensuring widespread access to essential resources and opportunities.